everybody, Marlene, aka Snow Gardener 307. We are here for Mr. Snow Gardener's budget, and so that means we're going to do his budget, a little bit of cash stuffing, some savings challenges, and you guys, I don't know if you heard or not, but I made my goal of having $50,000 in emergency savings. So that means Mr. Snow Gardener and I are now going to start the journey of mortgage payoff. So for the first time ever, I think it's ever, going to share with you what our mortgage total is. Mr. Snow Gardener is also going to be buckling down to get his truck paid off. And more good news, you guys, more good news. We are seeing the end of the storm ahead. For anybody that doesn't know, we have been in a financial storm for the past year and a half. I haven't been able to share any details because it does involve the courts. And so I can't tell you what the end is, but I can tell you it is almost here. I am so excited that hopefully by the end of this week, the storm will be gone. So let's go ahead and jump into this.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good.
It is time to budget. We've got to start out with our cash because it's right on top. So we've got $400 in cash. We've got some placeholders. So not a ton of cash today. I also, actually, I guess we have $405 because I have some of the bucks that I collect that I've gotten for change. So I'm going to set those aside. We have got, let's see, how much in placeholders? We've got 100, 200, 300, 4, 5, 6, 7. So technically, Mr. Snow Gardener is putting $700 into some form of sinking fund, savings challenge, something like that. And so let's go ahead and we're going to go through these ones really quick. And of course, these ones are for savings challenges, but every month I do go ahead, or every 2 weeks for Mr. Snow Gardener, I do go ahead and pull out the A bucks, the G bucks, and the D bucks. So that's what we're going to do right now. I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. It is quite cold here still in Wyoming. I know a lot of people are saying that they're dealing with a lot of hot weather. Here where I live in Wyoming, it is still quite cold. I actually have a tank top on today, but before I started filming, I had to put a sweatshirt on because it's too cool in my house. I went for a walk around the street, trying to get a little bit more active, trying to get more vitamin D, you know, just be a little bit healthier. And I had my tank top on, and when I was in the shade, it was pretty chilly as far as almost July. I don't know if you guys saw on the news or not, but Yellowstone did get snow, and there was great big blizzards and a big storm that closed several roads. And when we went to Jackson Hole just the other day, my mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and I went thrifting. They were talking about that they were up in Jackson, they were supposed to get snow. And I say up in Jackson, but Jackson is technically lower than where I live. But thank goodness we didn't get any snow. We did get a pretty hard freeze. And so that is just the joys of living where I live. Oh my goodness, you guys. There are a lot of bucks. Mr. Snow Gardener's not left with much for savings challenges. Just kidding. Yes, he is. But look at how many of these we got. Now, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and separate them out, but we'll go ahead and talk about the budget. Then we'll go ahead and put them into the red binder. And so we've got G bucks, D bucks, and A bucks. I saw a lot of A bucks, and if you're not familiar, A bucks for me are the hardest ones to get. And look at all of these A bucks. A bucks are going to Australia. And as I hinted in the intro, I am super excited. We are just about done with this. Oops. If I could pick the right bucks, I would, or the right pile, it would be amazing. We are just about done with the storm that we have been dealing with for over a year and a half. So I'm super excited about that. All right, I'm going to put these off to the side as well. Let's talk about budget. Mr. Snow Gardener has been working his hiney off as always. And so he had a very large check. He had more overtime hours in 2 weeks than he had regular hours. So his paycheck was $4,224.12. I transferred $280 into his account to account for my bills, and we have readjusted some of the bills. So if you've watched Mr. Snow Gardener's budget in the past, you know I normally used to pay him quite a bit more. I have now taken over more of the small bills, including car insurance, which is not a small bill, but compared to the mortgage, it is. And then he's going to go ahead and pull $500 from sinking funds for purchases that he made. So that gives him $5,400.12. We're going to round that down to $5,000. So this budget is for $5,000. And so my husband is still working on maxing out his Roth IRA. To max out his Roth IRA, he is putting $600 a month in there. And speaking of retirement, you guys, I just figured something out for Mr. Snow Gardener and I wanted to share it. Dave Ramsey recommends that you put 15% of your gross income into retirement. So I wanted to see where Mr. Snow Gardener was. So I have a sticky note. And I wrote it on a sticky note, not really to share with you guys, but to share with Mr. Snow Gardener and show him where he was at. Now, keep in mind that this paycheck is not monthly paycheck. It is only a bi-weekly paycheck. And so as far as the 2 weeks and then his monthly contribution to the IRA, that's kind of what we're looking at here. But his check was before taxes, before everything, was $6,824. So for this check, he should be putting in $1,023.60 into retirement. His 401k, he did $409.44. So I'm not sure if he's maxing this out, but I'm actually going to talk to him about this. And for his Roth for the month, it was $600. So he put in $1,009.44, pretty dang close to the 15%. However, of course, remember that he does have another paycheck and the Roth IRA can only go in once a month. So he actually needs to be putting some more in. I mean, this was great news. That's a good chunk of money going into retirement. He is also maxing out HSA. And so that's another, that's a triple tax advantage account there. So that is amazing. All right. So anyway, let's go back here. So truck, this is what I was telling you guys about what he's going to start attacking. This truck is something that he bought for his business in the past. It is not something that currently is being utilized. He has tried to sell it in the past, but he was so far upside down on it and there wasn't much interest that it just didn't happen. And so he's still been paying on it, but his truck payment is $644.38. We've got some roundup going to Australia. His Cabela's credit card, $69.55 for a couple small purchases. Venture, $1,480.19. And his Amazon card, $415.99. These are all being paid off today. $500 from here is going to the Venture. And this was for gifts and also some truck parts. And he also had some other truck parts and stuff like that in here for this pain in the butt truck here, but he wanted to cash flow it. So when you notice, Mr. Snow Gardener's got all of this spending here, but he does not have any spending money down here. That's how he's working that. So for bills and for paying everything off, it was $3,240. So that leaves him with $1,760. And then for in my wallet, we've got $50 going to fun and $50 going into home. So just $100 in cash going into my wallet. And then for sinking funds, not a ton going in, and that's because we've got some other goals. So holidays, giving, and gifts are all going to get $100. Pets, $200. Future Christmas, $200. Savings challenges, he's going to go ahead and put aside $300. So Mr. Snow Gardener will be stuffing again. I just don't know when. I wish it was today's video, but, can't do things when you're not home. So $1,000 is what's going into sinking funds, and he has $660 left. So here is an extra truck payment right here of $500. Now let me tell you guys what I ran into with the truck payment. He got financing at a small dealership up in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. That's where he bought this truck from. And at the time that he bought this truck, the interest rates on vehicles were ridiculous. So it's like 8 point something. And his credit score then was over 800. So he has amazing credit. So it had nothing to do with that. And so, every month in interest, he's paying over $125. And it just makes me sick. But so I go onto the app or I go online to try to make the extra $500 payment, and I see that there is no way to do a principal only payment for this. This is with a small credit union. I believe they're out of Idaho. It's called Lookout Credit Union. So I call them. And of course, I didn't ask anything specific because this truck loan is not in my name. But I said, I want to make a principal only payment, or my husband wants to make a principal only payment, but I see I can't do that online. He's like, no, we have to take care of that for you. And I said, okay, how do I do that? And he goes, well, would you be paying with an internal account or an external? And I said, an external account. And he goes, oh, well, you'll have to transfer the money into the internal account first, and then you'll have to call us to make the payment. I was like, oh my gosh, what a pain in the butt. It's like you're supposed to make things easy for people to get out of debt. And for this, Mr. Snow Gardener told me, just go ahead and put $500 extra. We know that it will just go to the next payment. We know that it's not, going to go to principal. But for right now, that's what he told me to do. He's looking at refining this loan. But he also is seriously looking at taking it back to the dealership where he purchased it, seeing how much they would give him for it, and then just paying for what he is upside down. But what a pain in the butt, you guys. This is the type of stuff that frustrates me when you're trying to get out of debt. And of course, my computer just made a noise. Sorry about that. So extra $500 to the truck. We have a lot of squirrel moments today. My brain must be going all over the place. We're like a pinball machine. So $160. And then he's got $100 going into emergency fund, $60 staying in his rollover. And Australia is going to be getting $29.89 for this paycheck. So that is a good thing. Whew, very long-winded today, you guys. Hopefully you've got a drink and a snack because who knows how long this is going to last. And then we've got all of our cash breakdown here. So you can see that all of this cash besides the 250s is for savings challenges. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this because obviously Mr. Snow Gardener is not here to stuff his savings challenges today. And I'm going to go ahead and put it, I've got a bank bag that he has that sits in the safe. And so I'm going to put this money in here for him. And then that way I'm not dealing with having a bunch of cash in my way. So we've got two $50 bills. These are going to go into my wallet. So let's go ahead and do that really quickly. They are going to go into fun and miscellaneous and home. Perfect. That's it, you guys. No, I'm kidding. We have all these placeholders to do, which I've got right here. And then we've got the A bucks right here, or the A, D, and G bucks that we need to do. So let me move this out of the way and let's go ahead and get Mr. Snow Gardener's binder. And it was funny because I grabbed out the adulting binder. Oh, good. I did need it. So we've got Mr. Snow Gardener's binder here. And we're going to go ahead and put some money into his holidays, his giving, and his gifts. So nothing for vroom vroom, and that's because he spent quite a bit of money on the truck, guy things and stuff, not getting anything. Emergency save is getting $100, but I think I already updated it, so we're not going to update it. I could be wrong. Holidays is going to go ahead and get $100, and gifts is going to get $100. Mr. Snow Gardener just bought me a Mother's Day gift and a birthday gift, so he did take money out of there for that. And then we've got another $100 going into his giving. Perfect, perfect. That's it for his binder. Easy peasy today, I tell you what. And then we've got the adulting binder, and all that we need to put in here is 4 pets. Dun, dun, dun. So $200 into pets, and boy, the pets have been expensive this week. I just had a vet bill of $750 for Loki, but he is doing good for anybody that is concerned. And then we've got $200 that's going to Future Christmas. This $200 will actually go into another account that's not in either of those binders because I already paid for Future Christmas. Future Christmas is a family vacation that I purchased for my husband, myself, my son, my daughter, and my daughter's boyfriend. So the 5 of us are going on vacation for Christmas. Now, I'm not crazy enough to go at Christmas because it is way more expensive to travel during the actual holiday. But it's already paid for, so now I'm just refunding that account where I paid it for. You know, I did a little bit of maybe robbing Peter to pay Paul type thing. So we've got our A bucks and we've got Australia here. And what color are we using in our dot markers? Looks like we're using a teal. I think this is the most A bucks that I've gotten out of a bundle of 100 ever, I want to say. Ever. Yeah. Now, 1 A buck here, this top one that's super wrinkly and everything, I did get back from change. But let's see, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got 7 A bucks out of that $100, and that is unheard of. So another $8 going to Australia. You guys know my journey is $1 at a time on many, many things. So we've got $9 towards Australia. Perfect. And then for D, and of course this is for diving or for vacation. Let's see, we had quite a few D bucks too. Yes, we did. So let's see, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I do believe that's going to let us finish this out. Let's see, let's get this. So that was 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So $25 going in towards diving or vacation and an extra 2. So let me go ahead and dot this so that this set is all done. And then we've got to get a new color and dot 2 more dots. Wow. Mr. Snow Gardener, you know, was like just amazing how much was in there. So 2 more. So this is the new color, this pink color. So $2 there. It is amazing. Like, we don't miss these dollars in our budget, right? But they do add up. And I do believe we're going to be able to finish this one out. Yep, we only need 4 for garden. But let's see how many we did get for garden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 for those as well. So let me take 4 of those. Let's count this, make sure it's 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wow, I am fumble fingers today. So we do get to finish this one out. We only needed $4 more to finish that one out. Perfect. And then how many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 pink dots going towards our next garden goal. And I don't know what my next garden goal is, you guys. I just know I spend a lot of money on my garden and my flowers and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Now, there is some home projects on the outside that I want to get done for my business. I live in a very small home, you guys. I have a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home, which is amazing. But for my business, I do physical products, right? And so I've got an inventory, and my office is starting to overflow into my spare bedroom. I don't want my spare bedroom filled with projects. And so I am looking at possibly getting a concrete pad poured to put a shed on top of. So that is one of the next business goals. And on the personal side of that, if I'm going to have somebody come in and pour concrete, our front deck is just falling apart. So I was talking to Mr. Snow Gardener about when they come in to do the pad in the backyard for the shed, about doing a concrete pad in the front as a patio and getting rid of the little porch we've got there. The porch is only, you know, it's 1 step higher than the ground, so it's not that much higher. So, but concrete is super expensive too. So I do know that. All right. So we got wallet stuffed. We got A-Bucks. We got all of that type of stuff. Let's go ahead and do our Happy Mail. And then we will go ahead and get into our savings challenges. I am going to share with you guys today where we're at on the truck for Mr. Snow Gardener and where we're at for the mortgage. And you guys, I had no clue. Like, I hadn't looked at the mortgage in a while. And so my guess of where we were was quite a bit higher. So that was really nice. All right. So we've got quite a bit of Happy Mail here. We've got all of these right here. We're going to start with the smallest and go to the biggest. So let's take a look here. This right here is from my friend Candi over at Stuff and Budget. This is her monthly freebie, and she always surprises me. Like, she always has where you can pick them, and I always say, just surprise me, please, because I love being surprised. And her challenges and her channel are amazing. If your budget can afford a membership, hers is one that I definitely recommend. So we've got a cute little strawberry sticker there, and obviously her little June freebie. And, oh, it says pay $3 to start the game. I love this. This is a Pac-Man reference. So pellets are $3, ghosts are $5, and cherries are $10. How fun is that? So $3 to start that challenge. All right, and what is this one? I don't know what this is. This is from Sarah. So let's take a look and see what this is. Let's see, is there a note? Oh, good, there is. Okay. All right, so let me see. I'm gonna pull this off a little bit. It says, Marlene, thank you for your help and encouragement the last few months since starting my journey. Enjoy the new challenges available on my new Etsy. Blessings for a smooth rest of 2025. And this is Sarah, and this is Scrubbed Sparrow Saves. So let me show you guys her little card here. So if you are looking for some new products, some new challenges and stuff, go check her out. I will make sure I put her information down below. And let's see her stickers. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine. I love that. If you see me running, then things have gone poorly. You should run too. This one's good. Let that shit go. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So let's take a look and see what she sent me. If I can open up the package, we'd be doing amazing. She has little round clear stickers that I couldn't see. And I'm like, what am I trying to open here? And I love Happy Mail. It's so fun. Okay, so paper doll, odd or even. So it's a roll and scratch. So of course it looks like you get to dress your paper doll. And then you've got Spring Vibes 1 to 9, save $50, you guys. And I don't know if you can tell, but these are nice and thick. They are laminated on both sides. So they are amazing. A huge thank you to Sarah. And then what do we have here? Oh, we have Ellie on Earth. This is another subscription that I really enjoy. Oh, she's got Christmas challenges. You guys know I'm Christmas crazy. It says, hello, my YouTube members. Thank you so much for your continued support. And she says, let's start saving for Christmas in July and slay the holiday budget with ease. Hope you enjoy these challenges. She says, I also included the next group play challenge to cover July and August. So let's take a look. Oh, and she always has the vintage look, and I just love them. I had to sneeze, you guys, so if it kind of went weird, that's why I look at those two. And group play, Christmas in July. Look at how fun. Oh my goodness, I love them. I love them. And then you guys, we have got an order here. This is from my friend Liz and Les. So let's see. It's like Christmas. Do I remember what I ordered? That is a great question. All right, let me go ahead and open these up and see what I have ordered because I do not remember. Okay, so we've got Let's Visit an Island with the cute little islands. We've got either a $100 savings challenge or $150. And then we have got this beautiful challenge, and I can't remember what it was called. Very oriental. So pretty. We've got Let's Get Away, Packing List, and this is 50 or 100. Cute but prickly, and giving, and tired, and creative, and hungry, and silly, and snacky, and cool, and giving, and exhausted, and loving, and emotional, and goofy, and asleep. I love it. And so this is 75 or 150. I was thinking about if Mr. Snow Gardener wanted this one or one of the travel ones, he can have them. Then we've got Bubble Trouble. And this, of course, is a boba tea one. And I just thought it was so cute. And so I wanted to have my pay it forward go to Liz, and so I supported her shop this month. One thing that I'm starting to do, and I have told my members this, if you're not familiar, I do have a YouTube membership myself as well, is that my membership, I am going to start paying it forward to creators, and my members are going to have a monthly giveaway where it may have some of my products, but the main reason for it is so that I can pay it forward to other creators and designers and pay it forward to my members. And that will only be available to my members. All level, you guys. And my membership does start out at 99 cents. Okay, and then we have got my friend Dani at Craft Co. Budgets. And this is a big membership freebie. And her membership is amazing. And I have been so busy the past 3 months, and I was sad I didn't get a chance to do her bingo. I am so hopeful to add it to my list, and I knew that that's what this was going to be. These are the summer bingo cards. I love it. So let's take a look and see what she's done. Dani is so creative, and I know I say that about a lot of people, but it's just amazing when people come up with their own ideas and their own concepts. So let's see. So, of course, this is our July. Save a little extra. Roll and save. Dying to relax. Save $60. I love this one. A ghost in the bathtub. And I love the colors on this, Dani. Beautiful. All right, let's put this off to the side. And we've got Summer of Love. And so this is the bingo. And then we've got all of our savings trackers. And so we have got July, August, and September savings trackers. And she prints these on absolutely gorgeous paper. Here, let me do it this way. Summer of Love bingo, quarterly member exclusive. So 8 game cards and 100 bingo chips, 25 cards on the live, 4 rounds. Yes, this is the amount. And of course, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And so we've got our bingo card, and so they are double-sided there. Oh, Dani, so fun and creative and cute. Okay, the next thing that we have is from my friend Kelly from Utah. And she wanted to share something with me, and she had asked if she could mail me this. And I said, why, yes, you can. And she has a little sticky note here. It says, I hope you enjoy my Xmas in July, 12 days of savings. And she did tell me, she goes, you can keep it or you can pass it along. And it's got a cute little bow. And, you know, I wanted to show you guys the box there. All right, so hopefully that view wasn't too bad. So let's go ahead and open it up. Oh, my goodness. They're all wrapped up. Oh my goodness. So let's see these here. I don't know if I'm supposed to open these or not. Oh, goodness sake. So let's take a look here. Cute little scratch off. So it's the Calico.planner pages. And she's on Etsy and YouTube. And she's got a little $500 placeholder and a fully funded. And so she has these on her Etsy, you guys. If you're looking for Christmas in July, if you're looking for, you know, a fun calendar type thing. So she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 challenges. And you guys, I need your help. I don't know if I should open these. And so I'm not going to open these today. I literally am going to take a vote. And maybe I'll do a poll on my actual channel. And I'll ask you guys, should I open these on camera or should I not? Because I don't want to ruin them for people if they want to get them. But also I know Callie sent it to me so that I could share it with you guys. So I'm at a loss. I just don't know what to do. So let me know what you think. I know this took a ton of work to put together, you know, all the challenges that you think about. And because it looks like some of them, you know, all different sizes, lots of fun stuff. But we're going to do a poll. So I'm going to create that today and I'm going to put it over there and I'm going to leave it up for a week. And I'm going to put a note on this box right now that I'm going to, depending on what the poll says, we are going to either open these on camera or not. And so I need your help. And so today is the 25th. So we'll just say next Wednesday. And I'm writing. I don't know if you guys can hear that. And so is there 31 days in July? Let's see. Yes. It's not July. June. June, not July. So next Wednesday, and I can't look at my calendar. So next Wednesday, today's the 25th. So that's going to be July. That's going to be July. How can I not know what the calendar is? Let me look up here. Sorry, you guys, lots of squirrel moments. And my computer's being super slow. It says no. And of course, my calendar that I use is on my phone. And I used to have one hanging in my office, but I just took it down because I got a whiteboard instead to work with my budgeting clients. Okay, so yes, that's July 2nd. So July 2nd, there will be, if I am going to open it, that's where it will be. And I want to know your guys' thoughts. And Callie, make sure that you let me know too what your thoughts are. You're the creator of this, but like I said, I like the concept of having an advent calendar and not knowing what's in there, right? Because I want to not be surprised. All right, let's get some savings challenge money. We have got our savings challenges that we're going to be doing. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I am going to show you guys the truck total and I am going to show you guys the mortgage total. And so I've got this, but guess what I don't have? I forgot to get money. So we don't have any money out. Do you guys think that's important? Probably. Let's grab some money. So I just counted this out. I was trying to decide how much I wanted to do. I am going to go ahead and do 250. Today is the 25th. We've still got quite a bit of our June binder to do. And of course, I've got goals, you guys. I've got goals. The mortgage, $1 at a time. That's the way that I'm looking at it. And so the first thing we need to do is let's go ahead and do save 2025 and 2025. And I had said, and I had changed this to travel, right? Well, it's my prerogative and I can do whatever I want. So we're crossing off travel and we're going to go ahead and put mortgage on here. And that marker is trying to run out. So the money that is left over is going to go to mortgage. And so that will be it should be $975 when we're done with this that will go to mortgage because we put $1,100 towards my emergency fund. So let's go ahead and grab our D12. There it is right there. So D12, 12 sides on the dice. And we are going to do number 9. So number 9 is right here. I want to do the highest number. So that is 30. And so let's go ahead and color in 30. And then we're going to roll one more time and we're going to do another one. So $30 right there. So 20 and 30. I would like to get this challenge done so that we can start a new one. So we might start aggressively going after it. So 7 is right here. Let's go ahead and do the highest one in there as well. Let's go ahead and do $25. That's right, you guys. We're going to go ahead and do $55 today to 2025. And that is one of the reasons why I decided to do $50 more, because I knew I wanted to put a large chunk to 2025. All righty. So let's go ahead and put this into our savings challenge binder. And we're going to mainly focus on our summer state of mind, our June binder. But let's see. We've also, of course, got our Dicetropolis number 2 to do. And I don't think we can put anything in the bank yet. Oh, maybe we can. Let's take a look. I don't know if we're quite there. Look at all those 10s. Let's go ahead and swap. Actually, let's put these together. And then we can swap around and see what we've got. I don't think we've quite got enough to put it in the bank. 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Oh, I think that calls for another one. Just a little baby one. This $2 one right here, we're going to go ahead and do it. $2, because we were only $1 away from putting that into the bank. So $2 more. Now we're going to go ahead and put this in the bank. I'm going to go ahead and leave the bills just how they are. And if we need them, we will go ahead and save them and put them aside. And so I need a sticky note, which I do not have. Shame on me. So this is going to go to 2025. But of course, this is going to go to the mortgage, right? So now the question is, do I just make a mortgage payment? I think I should. And I think I should go ahead and shut down the 2025 savings account since it's going to be going to mortgage. And, well, not shut it down, but pull most of it out. And go ahead and make an extra mortgage payment with whatever's in there. I don't think there's a ton in there right now. I'll have to look. So that's 100, and that's from 2025. And I do appreciate you guys, like, if you answer, like, because you notice when I film that I am sitting there thinking about it. And so let's take a look right here. So this is what's in the mortgage right now. So there is $113. So maybe I'll leave the $3 in there and go ahead and pay an extra $210, right? That $1 at a time. But the mortgage is one thing that we are paying interest on every day. And so it makes sense to go ahead and do that. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe my brain is just a little bit scatterbrained as always. You guys know I'm here keeping it real with you guys on my channel. So, you know, I don't cut the bad stuff out generally. You know, you get what you get. And I know it's not perfect, but life's not perfect, right? Okay, so we've got shut the box. And let's see. We are on a new round, right? I just want to double check, make sure. Okay, so we're on round number 4. And round number 4, I had already said it was for the mortgage. So we are already thinking alike. So we've got orange. And what pink was that? Do we have more than one pink? Nope, it must be this pink right here. So it looks like orange is what we're rolling. Pink is what we're not. We're going to go ahead and do 2 rounds of shut the box. If the 2 rounds of shut the box are below $25 together, we'll do a 3rd round. So we need some dice. We're going to go ahead and use a couple of these big red dice that I got from my parents' house. These are craps dice here. So let's see, what do we need? We need dice. We need the orange marker. We need to say no whammies, big bucks right before we start rolling. And so we got an 8 and we got a 7. All right, come on dice, be nice. And we got a 9. Can we shut the box, you guys? We got a 5. We haven't shut the box for a while. We've got another 7, so we're going to go ahead and do 6 and 1. So we've got 2, 3, and 4 left. And we got a 7, so we can do a 3 and a 4. So we've got a 2 left, so we're going to roll 1 dice, and we got a 4. So we're saving $2 for that one. So 1 and 2, and a huge shout out to my friend Renee over at Reinventing Renee, aka Budget Nerd Co. Okay, next one. No whammies, no whammies. Big bucks, big bucks. We got a 6. Let's see what we can do. We got a 5. We got a 10. So we're going to go ahead and do 9 and 1. We got another 10. So we're going to go ahead and do 7 and 3. We got an 8. All right, you guys. So that means we have a 4 and a 2 left. We're going to roll 1 dice. So if we roll a 2, a 4, or a 6, we're still alive. We rolled a 3. We rolled a 3. So we need $6 because we got 2 and 4. So $6. So 5 and 6. And we were definitely under 25. So we are going to go ahead and roll one more round and see what we can get. Okay, no whammies, no whammies. Big bucks, big bucks. We got a 9, starting off strong. We got a 3. I would love to shut the box. Can we shut the box? We got another 9, so we'll do an 8 and a 1. Oops, that was a 4, so that was a 7. Got a little bit crazy with my dice there. We got a 3. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you guys, we already had a 3. We already rolled a 1. So we have got 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 4 is 15, plus 2 is 17. So we've got 10, 15, 16, and 17. Let's go ahead and make some change here. So it looks like we're going to have $25 in there, you guys, for 3 rounds. $25. Oops, I just put those in the wrong way. $25 going into Shut the Box. And I just love Shut the Box. You guys know that. I say it over and over, but I think I'm addicted to dice games. I'm addicted to dice games. Now, of course, we do have our Drew challenge. And of course, I am famous for not reading Drew's directions, for messing the games up. I mean, that's just how it is, right? That's how it is here in the Snow Gardener house. Because I know Mr. Snow Gardener, he has started playing the Dicetropolis as well. And for me, it's like, if you make your own rules, who cares? You know? It's okay. It's okay to set your own rules and to make your own stuff up. As long as you're saving money and you're having fun playing the game, it doesn't matter. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and do Dicetropolis. We're doing easy as 1, 2, 3. I think I got this right the last time. You have 3 D4 dice. Now, of course, I had said that you could, last time, that if you didn't have 3 D4s, you could probably roll 1 at a time. I don't know how that would work, but if you only have 1 D4 and, you know, you've got something that calls for 3 D4 dice, you got to make it work, right? So let me get out a marker. And this one, we're going to use the wet erase so that we can use them again. Probably Mr. Snow Gardener will play it next. We're just going to go ahead and do black. So I'm going to read the directions to you guys again. I read them quickly on Monday, but it was during 10-minute Monday, so I tried to be quick. It says the object is to roll a 1, a 2, and a 3 on successive rolls. Roll 3 D4 dice. If you roll a 1 in the first roll, place it on the space marked 1. If multiple dice show a 1, place only 1 die on the 1. If you rolled a 1 on the first roll, roll the remaining 2 dice on the second roll with the aim of rolling a 2. If you did not roll a 1, roll all 3 dice. You must roll a 1 before you can move on to rolling a 2 or a 3. Once you have rolled a 2, roll the remaining die to try to roll a 3. If you are successful in rolling a 1, 2, and 3 within 5 rolls, save $3. Otherwise, save 6. So I think I did it right last time, but I don't know. All right, so let's do these. Let's see what we've got. So we do have a 1. So we're going to put that there. And I guess I don't even have to mark them off, right? Okay. Nope, didn't get a 2. So that's roll number 2. Didn't get a 2 that time either. That's roll number 3. Didn't get a 2. That's roll number 4. I got a 2, but we could only do 5 rolls. So that's $6. Did I do that right, Drew? So we got a 1 and a 2, but we didn't get a 3. And I like writing on my challenges, so $6 there. But of course, if I didn't write on them, it would be super easy. We're going to go ahead and finish this card out, you guys. We're going to go ahead and play 2 more games because we got plenty of money, and then we can go on to the next game. All right, so 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what we get. Nope, we got 3 3s. That was roll 1. Roll 2, no luck. Roll 3, no luck. Now, I don't think we can win. Roll 4, no luck. Roll 5, we got a 1. But, you know, so we didn't get any, so that's $6. Okay, let's see if we can do better this time. All right, we got a 1. We got a 2. Now, I don't think I can keep this 3. Maybe I did that wrong the first time. I think I have to roll it another time. It is a 3, but I think I have to roll it another time. No. No. So maybe I messed up last time. And Drew, let me know if I messed up there. Could have I used that 1 to count? let me know. So there's our D4 dice there. So we need $6 more. So that will be $18 plus the 3 that we have in here already. And so this is going to be going to mortgage, you guys. We're not messing around. We're putting $1 at a time towards the mortgage, as I said. So there's the $3 there that I had. And we have got game number 4, which I haven't looked at yet, but I will. So there's game number 4. Let's take a look at it. But first, let's go ahead and grab our sticky note. And let's see, you know what? We're going to get a new sticky note and we're going to start this over. Because for the mortgage, I have decided we are going to go ahead and clear that savings account out. I know I asked you guys what you thought. Too late. Mortgage. So we had 2025. And we're going to go ahead and put, we have $210. Okay. Yes, $210 there. And then we had, what did we call that one? 1, 2, 3? Was that right? Easy as 1, 2, 3. So we're just going to say 1, 2, 3. And how much do we have here to go towards our mortgage? We need to cash this in for $21. Is that right, you guys? I hope so, because that's what I'm writing down. You guys know I love making mistakes. So $21 there. And I'm just going to leave this sticky note right here alongside of me. Now, we're not going to play this one today. Well, no, let's start it. What the heck? It says this sheet plays as one game. Roll 1d4 10 times, marking off each number rolled as you go. If you roll any number more than 5 times, reset that column and continue rolling until your 10th roll. After your 10th roll, save the value of the tallest column. For example, if the 3 column is the tallest, save $3. If 2 or more are tied, save the higher amount. Okay. So we need to roll a D4 10 times. So here we go. Are we ready? So we've got a 4. We've got a 1. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls, 6 rolls, 7 rolls, 8 rolls, 9 rolls, and 10 rolls. So 3 and 4 are tied, so I'm going to save the higher one. So we're going to save $4. How easy was that, you guys? I think I read it right. So $4, and I'm just going to use my little marker like you saw just to mark on it to keep track. And, you know, I mean, you can do that any way that you want, but another fun Dicetropolis game from Drew. All right, so are we ready? Are we ready now for our June book? Now let's take a look at this realistically and see what we need to do. We've got quite a bit of money here. I don't know if I've got enough to finish it out. And we've got 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10 to roll for. That's still quite a few. That's more than half of the numbers, right? So we are going to roll dice. And if we roll something that we have already finished, then we will pick whichever one we want. And we'll go ahead and do that now. Just to keep up the fun. If we had less than half, I probably wouldn't roll. But I do enjoy the rolling aspect of the game. So we've got 6 and tails. 6 and tails is done, but 6 and heads is not. So we need to go ahead and save $2 more for this one. So 1 and 2. Oh, we still had another dice in there. I couldn't even see it. It was hidden in the corner. All right, so we've got 6 and tails again. It looks like 6 is the favorite number right now. $2 more there, which is good because you look at how many times we have to fill that up, right? And we've got 1, which is done. We're going to go to the closest one. How does that sound? So 1, the closest one, obviously, is 2. And I put $2 into there. And we've got 7, which is already done. So we're going to do 6 again, just because I know I could have done 8. Maybe it should be the closest one without going over. How does that sound? I don't know if it sounds good or not, but I just make things up as I go. We've got 3, and so closest one without going over would be 2, but we're going to do the back side of 2 this time. And at $2 a time, we're going to definitely finish this book out. We've got 5 in heads, and 5 is done. No, 5 is not done. I think the back of 5 is done. Yep. So 5 and heads is what we've got. All we've got left on here is scratch off. So let's see. $1 at a time, you guys. $1 at a time. All right. Oops. Pulling money out how I shouldn't be. And we've got 6 and tails. So 6 and tails is done. So we've got to do 6 and heads. So $2 more. 1 and 2. And if you're looking for the monthly book, I always say this, but I like people to know, make sure you let Janelle know. Go check out her shop, Janelle Ray Budgets. She's the one that does these. This book is from last year, but these are brand new envelopes from this year. And we've got 9. And of course, 9 is going to my trip that's coming up to the UK. Woo woo. So we get to finish this, and that's $20. And this is going to my UK trip. So what do we have here saved for this? So we've got $120 for my UK trip. Okay. So that is getting set aside. And we need to pick a new challenge for in there. So these are the June challenges. So we're going to go ahead and move on to July. So it looks like we've got movie, film. Looks like we've got entertainment. You guys, you know what? I am going to the Teddy Swims concert in August, so this will be perfect. And so let's see. I'm going to say that these are $10 a piece. And we're going to save 2 of them. Okay, for each roll. So Teddy Swims, let me write on here. And I'm so excited. There are 6 of us going. And I just booked us a room at the Hyatt. I don't know if you guys know this. It depends on which Hyatt it is. But this particular room, I love Hyatt. That's where I stay whenever I can. I have a Hyatt credit card and an American Airlines credit card and a Hawaiian Airlines credit card. Those are the 3 rewards cards that I use. But anyway, Hyatt, if you have a family, a big family, and you need a larger room, the room that I got for all of us, it's a 2-bedroom room. 1 room has a king bed in it. 1 bedroom has 2 queen beds in it, and then it's got a sofa sleeper with 2 more. So technically you could sleep 8. It also has 2 bathrooms, and it has a kitchen. So that's where we're going. So Teddy Swims, that's where that's going. 9 is already full, so we're not going to do that one again. We've got 8 and tails, but 8 and tails is already filled. So we're going to go ahead and do 8 and heads. This is our June right here. We're going to go ahead and grab a bright green marker. And we're going to color in 2, and they're $1 each. So the N and the J are now done. And so we're working on the U and the E. So $2 more for that one. And we've got 5 and tails. Tails is already done. So let's go ahead and do the front of it. So $3. And this was a concert that I almost didn't go to. But I had a great friend that I used to work with at the sheriff's office ask me if I'd be interested in going. And of course I'm interested in going in the concert. I just was, you know, the money, right? And yes, I have the money to go, but it's kind of an expensive concert. And so I was like, but, you know, I was like, you know what? We're making memories. We're making memories, as me and my cousins say. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to go ahead and trade that out because 1s were getting a little bit low. All right, and so 9, we can't do 9. We get to pick whichever one we want. Let's go ahead and do 10. We're going to set our book aside. So this is our passport to travel savings. Another one that Dani created that is so much fun and so different. I love it. So we're going to pick a boarding pass. And we're going to pick this boarding pass because we haven't done it. We're going to scratch one of these off. And this is Moscow. And I'm going to save $2 for that one. So $2. So 1 and 2. And then I have to find Moscow on this right here, my booklet. Let's see. Where's Moscow? Did I miss it? Okay. Where is it? Moscow. It's purple. Oh, it's right there. $4. So we're going to save $4 there. So we're going to save $6 for this one. So let's put this 2 back and grab $6 and add it to our envelope here. And let's go ahead and exchange this really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 5 is 10. And this obviously is going to travel. But a huge shout out to Dani at Craft Co Budgets for her creativity in this challenge. I love it when people come up with creative things. And, you know, because unfortunately in the world of creativity, There are a lot of people that can't come up with their own ideas, and so they copy others. And, you know, some things might be similar. I mean, how many different things can you possibly be for a simple scratch off, right? But if you're doing a game or something like that, it's so nice to see originality. All right, so we've got 7, so that would have to be number 6. And number 6 is going to be $2 more. And we've got 1. Now we have to go over on 1 because there's nothing less than 1. So $2. We're almost done with number 2. $2. Certainly not the prettiest challenge. 9 we've already done. Let's go ahead and finish out number 2. $2. Now let me double check. The back side should be done as well. So 2 is now done. And if you're brand new, these right here, these numbers that I use, they are metal. I reuse them all the time, and the link is down below. Because if I haven't said it for a while, I always tend to get questions about it. So let's see, what do we have? 20, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we've got 2 heads and tails. And we said, how much was there? 48, 20, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. I doubted myself. And that's going to mortgage, so $48 more. I'm just going to add it into the stack. Okay, let's keep rolling. Let's see what we get. Okay, so now for 1, we got to go to the next one, and that's 5. And that is 2. And so guess what, you guys? I have just decided, because we've finished 9 and 10. We can't roll a 9 or a 10. We finished 2. So the only challenges we've got are 5, 6, and 8. Let's go ahead and see if we can get these done. 5 is already done on the back, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that. Let's scratch these and see what we get. So we've got 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 5 is 11, plus 2 is 13. Doo-doo-doo. So 13, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And what do we have in here? We've got money in here, Marlene. That's what we've got in here. We've got money all the wrong directions because it seems like I'm a hot mess, right? So let's see. So that was number 5. And that was only heads. So 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 1, 2, 3, and 4. $54, you guys. I never thought I would be so excited to pay off my mortgage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 5. Plus 10 is a 20. And I did that, you guys, because the ones were kind of running low. And to make my life easier, I wanted to make sure that I had enough for this right here. But of course, 2, 4, 6, 8. No, they're only $1, so $4. I was doing them $2 a piece. Okay, back of 6 is already done. So let's take a look at what we've got here. That was easy. So that was number 6 and heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. So we've got 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28. That's right, because there was 28 of them. Look at that. I did it right, you guys. I did it right. Okay, so number 6 is now done. Number 7 is already done, so we've got number 8. And we're not going to bother coloring the rest of it in, but let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $10 more. And so we've got $34. Okay. Number 8 is done. Number 9 and 10, let me make sure there's no money in any of these. Perfect. Because sometimes I've been known to leave money. Okay, that is now empty, you guys. June book is in the books. Less than a week left of June. A great time to do it. So we have got this mad stack of cash plus these placeholders right here from 2023 that are going to be going towards mortgage. And you guys, we didn't stuff all of our money, but we've been filming for quite a bit. That's okay. We're going to take this. We're going to stuff this another day, because now I want to share with you guys, first of all, where the truck is sitting for the debt that Bridger has to pay off. And then also where we're at for the mortgage. And of course, we've got our mortgage payments there. Where, oh, where is the marker I want to use? I thought I had it out, but I did not. All right, you guys, let's see if we can get to the Debt Snowball monthly check-in for Bridger. This is not something I normally do for him, but since he has decided that this is a priority now, and it's because the financial storm is coming to an end. And here we are. Debt Snowball monthly check-in. So here it's at Lookout Credit Union, 8.24% on a truck loan. That was with the trade-in and money down. The payoff is 9/30 of 28. His payment is 644.38. Regular truck balance, sorry, I almost said payment, 21,962 is where he's sitting. So here's this extra payment that I've made right here, 21,462. And then down here, I did set a goal for him, and he is taking this on per my advice. I said, you know what? I think we need to start getting this paid down. You're upside down in it. Let's see if we can get you, where you need to be. Like I told you guys, he talked about refining, he talked about selling. We'll see where it ends up. But for right now, the payoff goal date is December of next year. That's still a long ways away, you guys. That's 18 months, but $21,000, that's a lot of money. So minimum monthly payment is $644.38. I'm going to bump that up to $200 for $844.38. I have another squirrel moment for you guys. So as I'm on the phone with the gentleman at Lookout Credit Union, he said an easy way to make extra payments is to go ahead and add it to your regular payment, and anything that's extra will go towards principal only. I said, that's an amazing idea. I tried to do that. I tried to set the next payment up with the $644.38 and the $500, and it tells me, oh, there's an error. You're above your $750 limit. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I'm hoping that maybe if my husband calls, we can make it to where I can set at least this right here up of $844.38. Now his stretch payment each month is $1,288. This will get him to that December 2026 payoff. Hopefully we're done with this truck way before then, whether we've paid it off or whether we've sold it or traded it in or something. I really don't want Mr. Snowgardener to have a payment for a vehicle that sits in front of our house, most of the time. So, all right, that is the truck. So that's where we're sitting at for the truck for Mr. Snowgardener. Now let's talk mortgage. All right, so this is my mortgage payoff monthly summary. So the starting balance on 6/17, when I reached my $50,000 in emergency save for a mortgage, was $148,639. I really thought we were still at like 170. I don't know why. So here are all of the progress that we have made. This was when I first decided to do it on the 17th. This was Monday right here. So we've got a bunch more to add in. And today is the 25th. So we're going to go ahead and put 2025. And of course, today is the 25th, as I said. And we're going to be taking off $210. Then we've got 1, 2, 3 from Dicetropolis. And that is $21. Now, somebody asked me, they're like, couldn't you just add all of that up and, do one payment? Of course, that's what I'm going to do. But I like to track it in here individually because it shows all the different challenges that went to reaching this goal. And I just think that's amazing. And like I said, I never thought I would be so excited to be putting all this extra money towards my mortgage. But to be debt-free, including the mortgage, I believe is, amazing. Amazing is hashtag life goals, is whatever you want to call it. Because right now, Mr. Snowgardener and I are paying $2,000 a month for our mortgage. If we don't have that $2,000 for a mortgage, we can be putting that towards our retirement. We can be putting part of that into a savings account to do some home improvements. I couldn't think of the name. Some home improvements on our home. I would love a second bathroom in our home. That would be absolutely amazing. It's the simple things, right? It's the simple things like having a second bathroom and, things like that. All right, let's see where we're at now. So 148,400 minus 210. If I could use my calculator, we'd be doing better. So 148,190 minus 21. I'm pulling a Mr. Snow Gardener here and not talking while I'm doing things. Whenever I edit his videos, I always laugh because there's a lot of empty space that I take out. But he's not a gabber like me. He is, you know, very introverted where I am very extroverted. Ooh, we almost made it under the 148,000. But you guys, so in just since the 17th, we have paid an extra. Well, I haven't paid it yet, but I will. And the good news is with our mortgage, I can go in and make principal only payments online, super easy. And so this month we have paid an extra $634. And you know, start making extra payments like that. We're going to knock that down. So I've also got my CDs, this little sticky note right here. I had created a CD ladder when the CDs had a pretty good interest rate. I've now decided that the interest rates are too low and I want to put my money other places. So when these CDs cash out, these will be going to the mortgage. I'm going to be putting all of this extra to the mortgage. So when my July CD cashes out, I'm going to be able to put $773.78 to the mortgage. Let's talk about my goal. Let's talk about what I broke down here. So one thing that people are going to have their opinions about with paying the mortgage off is our interest rate is 2.625 on the house. That's because I encouraged Mr. Snow Gardener to refi when the interest rates were so low. He also went from a 30-year to a 15-year when he refied. And so the payoff date is September of 2036. Okay. So, you know, that's still quite a while, right? That's still 11 years. I don't want to pay on the house for 11 years. So the mortgage balance as of 6/17, we've got it here with the cents right up there. I dropped them down. Payoff goal date, I put 5 years, question mark. I would love to do it in less than 5 years, but I wanted to be, you know, realistic when I set the goals. So minimum monthly payment of our mortgage is $1,882.02. That's with the escrow. I am going to do some research and find out if we can have our own escrow. Because our escrow right now, because of them not taking enough money out, is $603.91 a month for mortgage insurance and taxes. I promise you, that is not the right amount. And so if we don't have to carry an escrow with US Bank, I'm going to start doing my own escrow because then we get to make the interest on our money instead of letting it just sit in an escrow account for a bank where they make interest. All right, so another squirrel moment. So right now we pay an extra budgeted amount of $117.98. So we paid $2,000. We just bumped that up a few months ago to pay $2,000 a month. Now our stretch monthly payment, which I think we can do, is $3,282.92. So that's an extra $1,282.92. Now this will not reach the goal right here of having it paid off in, you know, June of 2030. However, if we do an extra $1,400 instead of an extra $1,282, that will be $630. Now, of course, you start looking, you know, and if we do an extra $1,500, I had a mortgage calculator at US Bank that did this for me. If we pay an extra $1,500 a month, an extra $100 is all, we'll pay it off 3 months earlier. If we pay another $100, we'll pay it off in January of 2030. If we pay an extra $1,700, we'll pay it off in November of 29, $1,800, October of 29. So I kind of wrote these numbers down here for myself. But this for me, I'm a very visual person. I'm a very ink to paper person, if you guys haven't noticed. So that's where we're at, you guys. This is our next big goal. And I do want to encourage you guys to take some time to make sure you've got some goals. I don't care if they're saving $5 a week, right? Have some goals. See what you need to do to get there. And for my budgeting services, I'm having people reach out to me that are like, I would love to have you help me set up a budget, but I'm behind on my payments. Is that something you do? Of course it is. That is where some people are, right? Life happens. Storms happen to everybody. So if you're interested in budgeting services, some help, please make sure you email me at snowgardener307@gmail.com. All right, you guys, that's it for me today. Thanks for hanging out with me this Wednesday. And until I see you guys on Friday for our next installment of Back to the Basics, make sure you have an amazing day and keep on smiling. Bye, everybody.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, grow hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.